The headlines: speed controls going up at minibus stand, wanted man held after 3 years, and Darian King is confirmed for US Open tennis. Welcome to Nation News for Wednesday, August the 5th, 2015.
We are bringing the best of October 2015 to you. Relive all the action from the sweetest summer festival in this year's Corpova Souvenir magazine. Experience the carnival feeling over and over again with photos from all the major events. The Corpova Souvenir 2015 will be available on newsstands island-wide on August 5th or online at www.nationnews.com.
Speed controls are being set along the entrance to the river bus terminal to force ZR and minibus drivers to slow down. The installation of speed bumps is part of ongoing road works, so hopefully no more milkshakes or rocking the cradle along Nursery Drive, which leads to the terminal. Members of the public have often expressed concern about the speed at which PSVs drive through the area, especially when carrying school children. That concern mounted when a route taxi carrying more than a dozen Spray Memorial students overturned in early June. The sugar industry, as you may know, is poised to undergo a major overhaul to try to ensure its survival. One of the changes was the closure of Andrews Sugar Factory 2 years ago as a step toward the building of a modern plant. Given its long stay within the St. Joseph community, what has been the thinking among residents? Nation News has been finding out.
And the sweetness of the canned juice and thing, I miss that day. You get canned chili, you used to go on there, put another and get the can and suck the can and thing. And they had the watchman when go on there and break the can and thing. He said, put them down, don't break them down, we buy them can. Used to get funny things down there, but I don't know no more. This new one going on here, I know nothing about that.
You know, the crop and the animal feel like the crop quite accustomed to the factory, you know, and hear trucks coming down, you know, and going up, but and they feel like the crop. I think what's going on down there now, I think it'd be great when it finish. I think it'd be a great, you know, something to enjoy, come in, you know, look at it and enjoy it. I think as soon as it finish, I think it would be great, you know.
In more news about St. Joseph, the local parish independence committee has been partnering with Island Safari, the tour company, to give tourists a glimpse of life in the parish. From around 9:45 to 10 a.m., Island Safari includes a stop at Paris Hill, where patrons can disembark, take pictures, and sample Bajan foods. Parish Committee Chairperson Angela Hamilton spoke to Nation News about the initiative.
What we are having here today is part of a 7-week initiative where we are having persons to come in to see what we have at Paris Hill. We want everyone to know that St. Joseph is more than Bashiba or the Andromeda Gardens or the Flower Forest, or even Hunts for that matter. There are other communities in St. Joseph that have a lot to offer. What we're hoping to do here is to show it as a prototype, a model from which other areas in St. Joseph can copy so that we can have something going for our tourists at the community level.
Almost 3 years ago, police reported that a suspect fled a vehicle in which 7 pounds of marijuana was found. He has since remained at large, but no more. Gregory Rudolph Granderson of Prout Hill St. Thomas, a 51-year-old steel bender, has been charged in connection with the drug discovery. He allegedly fled when police intercepted the car in the area on September the 11th, 2012. The other occupant was arrested and charged with drug-related offences. Mr. Granderson was spotted on Saturday and arrested. He faces charges of possession of cannabis, trafficking, and possession with intent to supply. Barbadians can now cruise the Caribbean on a ship aimed at nationals of countries of this region. When the MV Adriana sailed into the port on Wednesday on its inaugural visit, there were 78 Trinidadians on board, but Russian owner Sergei Poniatovsky anticipates Barbadians will be taking advantage of the opportunity to get on board as well. The vessel has a capacity for about 300 passengers and once operated in the Black Sea, but Mr. Poniatowski said he believed the Caribbean was a market with great possibilities for business, hence the decision to home port in Barbados. During a plaque exchange on board, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism Irene Sandiford-Garner said the ship should assist Barbados in achieving 600,000 cruise ship passenger arrivals by year end. Well, the MV Adriana is small, very small in this era of mega ships, which can carry as many as 8,000 passengers. 3 of them are due to visit the port this year, and Senator Sandiford-Garner urged businesses and taxi drivers to prepare for the influx of visitors.
When you are looking at the advent of 3 mega ships, we have in our region, I think it's the Breakaway, as well as Mineshaft and the Britannia, coming to this country at the end of the year, between November and December this year. We are, right now as we speak, you will see the improvements at the port, the expansion of this port facility to accommodate those mega ships. The government is doing its part to ensure that the logistical arrangements are in place, because you know you're going to be receiving thousands of cruise passengers at the same time, where normally you will have a break between the ships. You're going to be having them on island at the same time. And I don't know if business people and our taxi owners understand the significance of this, because we just had crop over, and there are 2 car companies, 2 local car companies, Courtesy and I think it's Stouts Car Rentals, which did not have enough hired cars for the traffic that we would have had just from crop over. You're now thinking and looking at the end of the year numbers in cruise passenger arrivals, where you will need to be moving guests from one point to another point, and they can only benefit from this increased business or derive or garner returns from this business if they are organized.
3 international supermodels who have been here for crop over have been giving their support to the local charity, the HIV/AIDS Food Bank. Jordan Dunn of Britain, American Cecily Lopez, and Jamaican-born Sigel Curry teamed up with the Fantasy Barbados Crop Over Band, whose leader Amanda Reefer issued an impassioned plea for support for the food bank.
We want you to make some contribution. We, Fantasy, will be making a contribution again this year, but we want you to reach out to that particular organization. Every charity is important. There's so much that needs to be done in this world, but this particular organization, really Barbados, needs your help. The shelves are empty. The food is not there. The budget has been cut. These are the realities.
The 3 models were a part of what the Fantasy Band calls their Celebrity Cultural Tourism Initiative that featured Hollywood actor Columbus Short last year. In sport, hats off, or rackets off to Darian King, who will become the 2nd Barbadian to appear at a tennis Grand Slam, having made the qualifying rounds for this year's US Open. The appearance will cap a dream year for the 23-year-old who climbed to career best world ranking of 196 after winning 4 singles titles this season. The previous Barbados-born player to appear at a Grand Slam was Martin Blackman, though he appeared under the American flag when he turned out at the French and US Opens in the 90s. And finally, makeup is meant to make people look better, so they tell me. But one new groom got such a shock about the appearance of his bride without her makeup that he is allegedly suing her for fraud. The anonymous man who married his new wife in all her finery apparently saw her in his room after the wedding and refused to believe that she was his wife without her cosmetics supplied. Reports from Islamic Algeria, where the marriage took place, say the bride was never without her makeup before the big day. It was reported that the groom was so stunned when he saw her face that he thought she was a thief. The groom is demanding about $40,000 in damages for, get this, psychological suffering. And that's Nation News for Wednesday. For more, log on to nationnews.com, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And remember to pick up your daily news on Thursday or subscribe to our e-paper.